Latin 2, the reading for Chapter 6. Latin for the New Millennium, Level 2, 2nd edition, Part 1, a few preliminaries. A few preliminaries before we do the reading. The Chapter 6 reading includes some forms of adjectives and adverbs we have not seen before. It's worthwhile to go over them before we do the reading so that the reading is more readily comprehensible. That's what we're going to do in this video. In this chapter, your book introduces degrees of adjectives and adverbs. The positive degree of an adjective and an adverb, or an adverb, is the form we have been learning up to now. It's just the normal form, like, for instance, bonus bona bonum. That's the positive degree of the word that means good in Latin, and that's what we've been learning from the beginning. Bene. Bene we've seen a million times. It means well, and it's an adverb, and it's the positive degree of the adverb that means well. Fortis forte means strong or brave. It too is positive degree. Celeritur means quickly. That's an adverb, and celeritur is the positive form of the adverb. It's the form we've been learning all along. The comparative degree of an adjective or an adverb is a form that says that whatever is described has some quality in a greater degree than other people or things. In English, we form the comparative by adding the suffix er to a word or putting the word more before it. For instance, the word big is positive degree. The word bigger is comparative degree. The word tall is positive degree. The word taller is comparative degree. The word beautiful is positive degree. The word more beautiful is comparative degree. We tend to reserve the suffix er for adjectives that are very short, like big or tall. Longer adjectives and most adverbs tend to get the word more before them to make the comparative degree. So beautiful becomes more beautiful because beautiful is such a long adjective. And quickly becomes more quickly. Again, adverbs generally, although not always, use the word more to form their comparative degree. The superlative degree of an adjective or an adverb, the superlative degree, is a form that says that whatever is described has some quality in the highest degree in comparison to others. In English, we form the comparative by adding est to a word, or putting the word most before it. For instance, big is positive degree, biggest is superlative. Tall is positive degree, tallest is superlative. Beautiful is positive degree, most beautiful is superlative. Again, we tend to reserve the suffix est to small adjectives. Longer adjectives tend to take the word most, and adverbs do as well. So quickly becomes most quickly. This reading introduces Latin comparatives and superlatives, so there will be many in the reading. Comparatives and superlatives generally work similarly in English and Latin. However, there are two odd differences to note. Odd difference number one. Latin frequently uses a superlative to mean very. In fact, the superlative is probably the most common way to express very in Latin. Pulcherimus, pulcherrimum is a superlative adjective. Note that it's an adjective of the first and second declension and declines just like justus, justa, justum. It's from pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum, and means prettiest or very pretty. So if I say puella est pulcherrima, that could mean the girl is prettiest, where we use the English superlative prettiest to translate. But it could also mean the girl is very pretty. And in fact, this is probably the most common way that Latin expresses the idea of very. It merely uses a superlative. Here's odd difference too. Latin sometimes uses the comparative to mean to or rather. Pulchrior pulchrius is a comparative adjective. It's a third declension adjective of a type we have not seen before. It's from pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum, and means prettier or too pretty or rather pretty. So if you see puella as pulchrior, that could mean the girl is prettier with the comparative, or in English the girl is too pretty or the girl is rather pretty. If you think about this long and hard, it somewhat makes sense, because whenever you have an expression like too pretty, there's always an implied comparison. If I say that is too pretty, I'm saying that it is prettier than some standard, right? And if I say the girl is rather pretty, again, I'm saying she's prettier with respect to some other standard. So the ideas of too and rather in English do have a comparative notion. So Latin uses the comparative degree of the adjective to render those ideas frequently. Not always, but it does happen a bit. The end. Thank you very much.